I'm using this under the Fair Use Act, and for those of you who have followed me, you'll know that I've already done my prophecy on the Black Horse Rider. This is just one video I did 3 months ago as an example that you can go to. And I've also already given prophecy on the Pale Horse Rider, revealed who the Pale Horse Rider was 2 months ago. Now here's what I want to show you, what Timothy Dixon's video that he uploaded from Page Coffee and Timothy Dixon. I guess perhaps he's running behind on stealing my prophecies, so he's trying to play catch up. Listen to this, because this is quite revealing of what he actually is.
The horse that he was riding was black. The face was pale, and the markings were kind of pale.
So what's important to note in listening to this, Timothy Dixon is adding another horse to the riders of the apocalypse. This is what his prophecy is. He's saying that there is yet another horse that he is adding into the book of Revelations. And if you go to Revelation chapter 22, verses 18 and 19, it is clearly spoken and warned of that any who would add or take away from this book will lose his place in the book of life. So Timothy has officially done this. He has added another, or is adding another horseman. So there's much more. Listen to what they're talking about.
The horse was black and pale, and he knew in the dream that the horse represented a famine. It represented death. And as the horse rode across the heavens, it was running.
So Timothy's prophecy is that there is a horse that is black and pale, and this is the horse that represents famine and death. But that is actually the pale rider, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. But see that he's now added another horse to those riders.
The horse was black and
dream, but this particular one I remember, and the horse drawed my attention to start with, because it wasn't like any of them that I've seen or read about in Revelations. And it was of different markings. And I knew that the markings represented two things in my dream. I knew that this horse was bringing a famine and also death. And
so there it is, out of his own mouth, admitting that this is not a rider that is spoken of in Revelations. And see that he is adding another rider. So, and what we know about that, what else we can learn, and oddly enough, the scripture I point you to is titled Timothy, the first book of Timothy. Amazing how the word can reveal so many things. You know, as Timothy is here teaching doctrines of devils, things that do not line up and add on to the book of Revelations, we can find in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verses 1 about that there would be these ones that would be teaching doctrines of devils. Again, Revelation 22 verses 18 and 19. They would lose their place in the book of life because they would be doing these things, adding on or taking away from the book of Revelations. And that is exactly what Timothy has just done with his new prophecy. But see that he's also trying to catch up with the prophecies that I have already given, so that he can try to make a claim to something when something occurs. He's only trying to play catch up so that he can at least say, well, I spoke about a rider, a black horse rider and a pale horse rider. He's just trying to play catch up, while himself not even realize he has just officially lost his place in heaven. There is no place in heaven found for him. He has been written out of the book of life officially at this point because he has added on to the book of Revelations. God bless.